acara ini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam sejahtera kepada Bapak Ibu sekalian. Terima kasih atas waktu dan kesempatannya pada pagi hari ini. Perkenalkan sebelumnya, saya Wiwianti. Saya dari iGroup Asia Pasifik selaku representatif Moody's Analytics di Indonesia, di mana pada pagi hari ini kita akan sama-sama belajar bagaimana mengakses secara detail step by step untuk OSIRIS yang telah dilanggan oleh Politeknik Negeri Batam pada bulan ini. Dan untuk kegiatan pagi ini akan dipandu oleh tim Moody's Analytics bersama dengan yang pertama dengan Ibu Margareta Cahaya selaku Associate Direktur ASEAN di Bureau Funding Moody's Analytics dan juga nanti dengan Miss Helena Huang. Untuk Ibu Margareta mungkin nanti bisa membantu dalam bahasa dan untuk Miss Helena Huang akan memandu dalam bahasa Inggris. Seperti itu. Dan yang saya hormati kepada Ibu Kepala Perpustakaan dari Politeknik Negeri Batam, Ibu Mariani Septiana. Yang saya hormati juga Bapak Rahmat Sofian selaku UPA Pengadaan di Politeknik Negeri Batam. Terima kasih atas kesempatannya selama ini telah proaktif bekerja sama dengan tim kami untuk sampai terrealisasinya OSIRIS di Politeknik Negeri Batam. Dan sebelum kita mulai kegiatan lebih dalam, mungkin ada kata sambutan yang ingin dibuka oleh Ibu Mariani. Waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih Mbak Wiwi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi semuanya. Mungkin memang belum banyak yang join ya, karena memang ini agak mendadak. Terima kasih sudah hadir dalam acara sharing session. Biasanya memang untuk perpustakaan tuh ada sharing session, Mbak. Jadi tiap minggu, tapi memang kebetulan minggu ini masuk ke pengenalan OSIRIS. Jadi nanti kami memang tujuannya adalah untuk mengenalkan atau memberikan informasi gitu bagaimana sih cara menggunakan OSIRIS selama ini. Gitu. Nah, memang ini diharapkan untuk beberapa dosen juga ini menjadi ilmu baru dan juga penambahan cara menggunakan OSIRIS-nya gitu karena selama ini agak terbatas ya untuk penggunaannya. Jadi kami harapkan dengan adanya kegiatan ini bisa membantu para dosen dan juga mahasiswa dalam melakukan penelitian lebih lanjut. Terima kasih Bu Margareta, Miss Helena, dan juga Mbak Wiwi sudah bisa memberikan waktu ya untuk memberikan informasi dalam kegiatan ini. Boleh silakan mungkin ada selesai.
Terima kasih Ibu Mariani atas kata sambutan dan kata pengutannya. Baik, untuk tidak berlama-lama sebelum kegiatan ini dimulai, kegiatan ini akan direkam secara penuh dan nanti jika ada yang terlewat, kami akan memberikan link untuk hasil rekamannya. Lalu berikutnya, jika memiliki pertanyaan dalam sesi ini, nanti akan ada sesi pertanyaan di akhir presentasi. Dan jika memiliki pertanyaan dalam bahasa Inggris atau bahasa Indonesia, bisa ditulis dalam kotak chat box atau nanti mengunmute mode suara, jadi bisa langsung bertanya kepada narasumber. Seperti itu. Baik, tidak berlama-lama lagi, kita masuk saja langsung untuk kegiatan pelatihan penggunaan database OSIRIS di Politeknik Negeri Batam. Waktu dan tempat saya persilakan kepada tim Moody's Analytics, Ibu Margareta dan Miss Helena Huang. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Wiwi dari iGroup dan juga terima kasih Bu Mariani sudah memberikan kesempatan ya Bu ya untuk memberikan overview, untuk introduction dan juga untuk training. Nah, jadi sebelum nanti kita mulai dengan training OSIRIS, mungkin kita kenalan dulu ya. Perkenalkan, nama saya Margareta Cahaya. Tadi yang sudah disebutkan oleh Bu Wiwi, saya Associate Director dari Moody's Analytics Singapura. Di bawah naungan Moody's Analytics Singapura ada banyak data-data riset yang biasanya dipakai oleh akademisi, oleh universitas, oleh perpustakaan untuk mendukung kinerja riset dari universitas politeknik, akademisi lokal ataupun internasional. Dan OSIRIS ini ialah salah satu dataset yang memang sudah dipakai untuk melakukan riset di Indonesia dan juga di luar negeri. Nah, jadi nanti kalau saya sendiri, saya orang Indonesia, makanya saya bisa berfasih berbahasa Indonesia. Saya ditemani oleh kolega saya, Bu Helena Huang. Beliau orang Singapura. Jadi nanti untuk trainingnya itu akan dipandu oleh bahasa Inggris. Namun pastinya saya percaya untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian, teman-teman di sini, kalau untuk keperluan riset, bahasa Inggris saya rasa bukan sesuatu kendala, namun kalau misalnya mau bertanya pakai bahasa Indonesia itu juga monggo, silakan ditanyakan. Sebelum saya masuk ke OSIRIS training, mungkin saya mau sharing dulu untuk OSIRIS sendiri apa sih ya. Jadi OSIRIS ini semua perusahaan TBK di seluruh dunia. Kenapa kita butuhkan OSIRIS? Karena ada banyak riset-riset ya dari luar negeri, dari dalam negeri, di negara berkembang, di negara maju, ataupun di negara yang masih mau memulai. Ada especially setelah COVID ya, banyak topik-topik penelitian yang bisa dibangun. Misalnya, saya mau melihat kira-kira perusahaan sebelum ya before ataupun sesudah COVID ya, maybe after 2020, 2021 di industri farmaseutikal contohnya, dan juga di laporan keuangan, di mana laporan keuangannya itu dari 10 miliar rupiah sampai dengan 100 miliar rupiah. Contohnya, ini salah satu topik yang biasanya bisa dibuat. Jadi kalau misalnya tidak memakai OSIRIS atau tidak memakai database, Anda harus kemana? Ke website satu persatu ya. Ke website Pertamina, ke website mungkin Singapura Temasek, kemudian ke websitenya misalnya Nova itu ada yang lagi terkenal farmaseutikal itu, aduh tiba-tiba saya lupa, perusahaan ABC misalnya di Cina. Nah itu semuanya currency-nya berbeda, currency rupiah, currency Singapura dolar, dan currency-nya China yen, currency-nya US dollar contohnya. Dan itu membutuhkan waktu yang sangat panjang untuk mendapatkan informasi ini. Belum lagi satu perusahaan 2016, 2016, year 27, year 2018, year 2019, year 2020. Wah, dan di dalam laporan keuangan itu ada banyak, ada profit margin, ada operating revenue, ada laba, ada rugi, ada total assets. Kalau nggak ada database, berarti teman-teman peneliti harus pakai kalkulator satu persatu dihitung itu currency-nya, diubah dari China yen menjadi Indonesia rupiah, Singapura dolar menjadi Indonesia rupiah, US dollar menjadi Indonesia rupiah, dijadikan satu table di Excel file. Itu kalau tidak pakai database, ya, which it will take a lot of time. Ya, dengan adanya OSIRIS, ya, langsung nanti Bu Helena akan menunjukkan langsung di mapping standardized currency di negara yang berbeda-beda, ya, di industri yang sama, ya. Nah, itu untuk perusahaan TBK, pastinya ke depannya kalau Poltek Batam sudah memiliki topik ataupun risetnya sudah semakin internasional, misalnya Poltek Batam mau mencari riset perusahaan tertutup, Moody's juga ada ya, yaitu di bawah naungan Orbis. Jadi sekarang kita mulai dari yang paling basic yaitu OSIRIS, perusahaan TBK di seluruh dunia. Kedepannya tahun depan mungkin Poltek Batam reputasinya itu atau mungkin tingkat penelitiannya mau menjadi global internasional, di mana kualitasnya semakin bagus. Teman-teman peneliti di sini mau meneliti perusahaan private di seluruh dunia. Itu kita juga ada, itu kita pakai Orbis Global. Ya. Nah, jadi selain itu, OSIRIS itu, maaf ya, mungkin saya Pak Puji, ya, terima kasih. Jadi ini OSIRIS kita mulai coverage-nya sekitar 100.000 perusahaan TBK di seluruh dunia. Nanti ada banyak fitur-fitur selain mencari perusahaan di industri yang sama, mencari perusahaan di laporan keuangan yang sama, kita juga bisa peer analisa. Jadi peer analisanya bisa pie chart, bisa bar chart, bisa chart-chart yang lain. Ya. Kemudian nanti setelah ada pie chart, bar chart, ada banyak peer analisa, kita bisa masuk lebih dalam dari masing-masing informasi. Misalnya saya klik Indofood. Indofood ini informasinya ada apa aja. Indofood ini ada status, ada location, kemudian ada financial information. Di dalam financial information ada apa aja. Kemudian ada ownership. Ownership-nya itu direktur, manager, advisor, siapa aja. Kemudian global corporate structure, berarti shareholders-nya siapa, subsidiary-nya siapa, kemudian diklik, bisa link lagi ke informasi berikutnya, dan biografi dari masing-masing direktur. Kemudian dari direktur ini punya berapa perusahaan di seluruh dunia. Jadi saya misalnya direktur Margareta Cahaya dari Indofood, saya klik Margareta Cahaya, I can see from Margareta Cahaya have 100 companies in the world. Ya, bisa perusahaan TBK, bisa perusahaan tertutup, private companies, public listed companies. So the information is very very powerful karena pekerja, bisa dibilang resources, the time that the researchers need to do to collect the data, we help you to streamline. Jadi kita udah streamline proses itu, kita bantu Bapak Ibu teman-teman sekalian untuk mengkonek jaring laba-laba semua data tersebut dimasukkan ke database. Jadi nanti teman-teman di sini researchers, academician, teman-teman di sini tuh waktunya itu dipakai untuk menganalisa, bukan untuk mengkoleksi. Ya, jadi analisanya bagaimana? Oh, Bu Margaret, saya mau melihat sebelum dan sesudah COVID, before or after COVID, berarti year di industri tekstil atau retail ya, industri retail compare with manufacture. Kita bisa lihat the pergerakan, the financial information from maybe year 2015 before COVID until 2022 after COVID. How is their financial graph looks like? Nah, ini semuanya, all the information is in the database, and the user just need to click export, langsung masukkan ke Excel file. Yeah, so it's very easy to use. It's very I can say it's very user friendly. Dan nanti kalau sebelum saya masuk ya, nanti the outcome will be something like that. So yang mau saya tunjukkan ya, ya, ada pertanyaan? Enggak ya, itu lupa di-unmute ya, Bapak-bapak sekalian. Nah, jadi nanti outcome-nya ialah something like this. Ya, sebelum kita masuk ke teknikal ya, karena mungkin di sini ada yang masih junior, ada yang sudah senior. Ya, jadi outcome-nya akan menjadi seperti begini. Saya share ya, nanti outcome-nya itu, kita ada banyak research policy ya, outcome-nya ialah menjadi research topic. Ya, research topiknya ini salah satu contohnya, salah satu universitas di Indonesia ya masukkan ke jurnal. Nah, yang tadi saya kemukakan yaitu bagaimana ada topik, kemudian bagaimana cara there is a topic here, how to get the data, Bu Helena Huang will assist, and what are the outcome. Jadi the outcome will be the research topic. What is the research topic? Research topic berarti publication ya. Jadi nanti again the topic can be any topic. Di sini salah satu topiknya anti corruption disclosure and earnings management. So dia case study untuk Indonesian capital market. Datanya obtained from OSIRIS database, dan selain itu they also want to hand collect from annual report ya. So what they do is they look at the 207 manufacturer company listed in Indonesia Stock Exchange from 2016 to 2018. So these are the the topic to examine the relationship between anti-corruption disclosure and earning management. Ini salah satu contoh dari jurnal atau publikasi. Selain itu di sebelah kanan, ini salah satu universitas juga, tapi mereka memakai ORBIS ya, sedikit berbeda. Mereka mau melihat kira-kira pajak di Indonesia ini apakah ada potensi profit shifting. Ya, kenapa mereka pakai ORBIS? Karena mereka juga mau menelaah perusahaan-perusahaan private. Ya, jadi agak sedikit berbeda tesisnya. Jadi mereka lebih ke bahasa Inggris, pakai bahasa Indonesia. Mereka mau melihat efektivitas dari anti penghindaran pajak di Asia Tenggara dalam mencegah pergeseran laba ke luar negeri. Jadi perusahaan di Indonesia yang menghindari pajak, yang kemudian pajaknya itu dilarikan di luar negeri. Nah, ini outcome-nya ya. Berarti outcome ini output dari analisa dari Anda, peneliti-peneliti di sini. The output is the combination from your own research, from your own analysis, plus our database. Ya. Selain itu, another very interesting juga, they also use the OSIRIS database here. Here the topic is a bit unique. They want to analyze the foreign ownership, stock performance, and macroeconomic. So they also use the ASEAN database. Yeah, ASEAN searching strategy is a combination of two universities together. They identify the foreign ownership tadi yang saya kemukakan. I can be in Indonesia, Indofood, Bu Margareta Cahaya, but I also own the company in Singapore. I own the company in China. I own company in Vietnam. I own company in US. Ya, and what will be the impact on that performance. Jadi ada banyak sosnya sendiri, definisinya nanti akan dicantumkan, akan diberikan. Bu Helena will also show where is the formula, the formula of ROA, the formula of ROE, the formula of PER. So each of the formula will be displayed in OSIRIS database in the help user guide. Nanti Helena will check on this part. Yeah, and of course, definitely your own calculation, yeah, because in the publication cannot all rely on database. You must have your own analysis, you must have your own calculation. Ada informasi-informasi yang di database tidak ada, Anda harus juga cari sendiri. Ya, jadi ini combination dari semuanya. Oke, selain itu ini udah dari Singapura punya NUS pakai OSIRIS juga. Mereka juga fokus ke laporan keuangan from over 130 country in China, Hong Kong, Singapura, Taiwan, Japan, Korea. Ya, jadi mereka berikan pie chart ya from US. This is from the Journal of Financial Economics. Ini outputnya ya. So yes, all in all, I hope kita berikan konteks ya, background kenapa training ini kita adakan. Ya, so the training is not just untuk sekedar training for the sake of training we are here, no. The output is really our expectation juga ya as a vendor ya, to ensure that Politeknik Batam juga memiliki output publikasi yang bisa dipakai, can be published in a journal. Then we will be very proud. And as a Politeknik Batam also will be very proud because of the reputation, because of the standard is on par with the international benchmark. Ya, jadi sebelum saya memberikan waktu dan kesempatan ke Bu Helena, is there any question from the team? Suara saya clear ya? Ada yang mau diklarifikasi terlebih dahulu? Oke, kalau misalnya tidak, Wiwi so far suara saya clear ya? My voice all good ya? Oke.
Sangat clear.
Oke, sangat clear ya. Oke. So yeah, these are a bit of context or the background of why we are having the training. Really to ensure everyone here will produce a very good quality publication report, yeah, and look forward to work together even further. Yeah, like how just now you saw how the university really declare the name and everything and to be on the international standard. Yeah. So yeah, if there is no question, I will let Bu Helena Huang to guide on how to log into the system. At the first place, what is the URL link, how to log in, and how to navigate the system, how to find the searching strategy, how to do the comparables, the peer analysis, and then to standardize the currency, to look at each of the company information, what are the information that we have, how to export, and how to save, search, and to play around with the system. Yeah, and where the information coming from the help user guide. So the expectation will be approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour. Definitely, if you anyone have any question, please taruh di chat box di sini. Ya. So ya, waktu dan kesempatan saya berikan kepada Bu Helena Huang untuk guide kita. Helena, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Maga, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for attending today's training session. So today I will go through the OSIRIS platform and show you how to do all the search strategy and gather the information you need. Let me share my screen first. So everyone can see OSIRIS screen, right?
Yes, can.
Thanks, Maga. So this is the first page of the OSIRIS. So when you log in OSIRIS, you can just key in the OSIRIS. Let me see this one. The URL will be something like this. So later I will also provide you the URL. And then you can key in your username and password here. And then you click OK to log in OSIRIS.
Helena, sorry, could you mind to go to the three, because the interface is quite small.
Okay.
OSIRIS, yes, then put 100%.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah. The OSIRIS, yes, then maybe the 3 dot, yes. Already 100%. Oh, okay. Yes, they will. This will be
125.
This will be better. This will be better.
Okay, can. Then this is the search page or the main page for OSIRIS. And here you can see we have the companies, we have the news if you subscribe to the M&A news, and we have the industry research. Later I will show you how to search for the industry reports. And here on the right side, you can actually see alerts. So you can actually set alerts for all the companies. If they have any changes, the alert will send to your email address. And here are the settings. And then the help guide. You can contact us here, but also you can send us email directly. Later, I will tell you the email address. So maybe from here, I will quickly show you all the settings. From here, the first is account information. So what is your account? So this one, normally you won't have to access. The next one is general options. So by right, you should use the English one. And then the user preference here, you can actually set your default currency. So please remember to set the complete list first. And then you can set whatever the currency you would like to use. So maybe in this case, I would like to use the Indonesian rupiah. And then click finish. Then later all the financials will be shown in Indonesian rupiah. Then search. You can also set your search settings. So it's based on the consolidated or unconsolidated accounts. So consolidated accounts are those with parent and subsidiary, and unconsolidated is only with parent. Then other things may be not so important for now. So let me go back to the home page and show you how to do a full search step. So from here, you can see the first one is the company name. So you can actually key in the company name, and then the system will show you the match. So maybe I can search very generic search here, and you can see actually it's showing all the listed companies around the world. This one, the country ISO code showing the country, then the city, the GICS code, the consolidation code, last available year, and operating revenue in descending order, and then the global ultimate owner, ISIN. So you can choose the company from here, but of course, if you have the full name of the company, it will be better, and you can just search either here in the company name or here in the main title. Then the next one will be the identification number. So we have BVD ID number and WVB ID number, which is specific in OSIRIS. So WVB is our information provider, and I will show you later where I can find this number. And for the BVD ID number, it's a unique number we assign to each of the company in OSIRIS. So if you have the BVD ID number, it will be easier for you to search the companies. And for status, of course, we have the active or inactive or unknown, but also you can search more details like active dormant or active reorganization, bankruptcy or dissolved in what specific status. So these can all be searched. So for demonstration, maybe I will just click all the active companies. And then the year of incorporation is the incorporation year of the company. So you actually can set any time on and after or up and including. So you can set either the year on and after or both. So you can set the threshold like that. So you can see after we add 2 such strategies, we come up with 21,100 companies in OSIRIS. And the next one will be the location. This may be quite interesting. We have the geographical and also political. And then we have each of the countries here.
Always a very rich.
Okay, then for the political, maybe in this case, I will select ASEAN because it's more relevant to in our case. Then by right, the address is setting according to the incorporation address, but you can also set according to the trading address. So in this case, I will just select ASEAN. And then we can see we have 933 companies fulfill these 3 criteria. And here you can see actually we are using Boolean search, meaning we can actually modify this word. So we can modify as 1 and 2 and not 3. Then it will select all the countries outside of ASEAN. Let's refresh and see the result. So it's the opposite selections, as you can see. So you can actually play around with this Boolean search to fulfill your search criteria. And next one will be the industry. So in industry research, you can key in of the keyword here. So you can key in, for example, manufacturing. But of course, you can use this one. Let's see what the result will be. So this is a keyword search whereby you can key in any of the word here. And you can see if I search manufact, then it will show up 321 companies that include this keyword. But if you have the industry classification code, the best is you can go here and select which one of the industry classification you have. And then if you have the numbers, you can just search here. If not, you can also click one by one to see what's inside. So the more you expand, the more detail it gets. Let's see if we can find any manufacturer here. Yes, we have quite a few of the manufacturer of different goods. So you can select whatever you like. If not, then you can go back to the page we selected just now. So we still have the manufacturer keyword here. So this is the industry classification search. And the next one will be the director and the manager's characteristics. So in our case, if you have any specific directors or managers you have in your mind, you can also search here. For example, you can search the country of nationalities, the age, the birthday, the gender, of course. Then the positions, you can also search the specific ones. And if you have the very detailed name, you can also input here. So this is a director. The next one will be the auditors. If you also have the advisors, auditors, bankers, you can input here. If not, then you can also go to the auditor report qualification code. So in our case, we have provided these 6 codes here. So what does each code mean? You can actually go to help guide. So from help, you can see this user guide. So this auditor report qualification could be tricky sometimes because actually the unqualified is the best one we are looking for. So anything, any terminology, any formula you are not sure, you can always go to the user guide and it will show you the details. So from here, you can see we actually have quite a few account headers. So this one later I will also show you. This is quite important. So it's the qualification consolidation code. And you will see we actually identify if this is consolidated or unconsolidated, but also inside the consolidation code, we also have C, meaning the corrected, R, meaning the restated, S, meaning it's a summary accounts. So sometimes our clients will ask, okay, then why this company restate these financials, or why you corrected these financials. But in our case, it's a company that published the new sets of the financials. That's why we show this consolidation code in our report. But the details, we are not sure because it depends on each of the companies. Okay, let's go back to the audit status. So from here, you can see the qualified, meaning the statement has been audited, but the auditor present the account with remarks. And when the unqualified, meaning the statement has been audited and the account has been accepted by the auditors without any remark. So this one is the best one in our case. And the unaudited, of course, meaning the statement has not been audited, etc., etc. So anything detailed, you can always refer to the help guide. So this is the auditor's report. The next one, the customer. We have 2 selections. The one is all companies with major customer information, or all companies with competitors information. But usually this one depend on how you would like the search to be like. You can also like modify the search here. You see the the name actually become gray. So you can modify the search strategy here so that later you can come back and revisit your search to come up with the best search. Then the next important one will be the ownership data. So from here, you can see we have the independence indicator. This one, the A being the best one, while the D being the least independent. So A meaning no shareholder with more than 25% of the direct or total ownership, meaning this company is very independent. And the A plus, A and A minus, what's the definition? You can also go back to the help guide, independence indicator, and search the keyword here. Yes. So from here, you can see the A plus meaning the company with 6 or more identified shareholders and none of them owning more than 25%. So you can see we have the details of each indicator here. And if you are looking for very independent companies, then you can just select all the A's as I do here. Then you click OK. If we select these criteria, then we come up with 97 companies in our search strategy. Then, of course, you can identify the ultimate owners, characteristics, if it's global or domestic. If you have the name or identifier of the ultimate owner, you can also input here. Then if we would like to do a generate search, then what's the ultimate owner's type? We have quite a few types here. Then what's the size of the ultimate owner? You can define by the operating revenue, the total assets, or the employees. Then which region or country the ultimate owner is in. So you can specify the characters of the ultimate owner. The same for the shareholders and subsidiaries. So let's say if I'm looking for the foreign shareholders, then you can select where the country is the foreign shareholder at and the location, and also owning how much percent. You can actually specify here if it's all together or one of the foreign shareholders have this percentage in the company. Then same, if you have the name, you can input here. If you want to do your own search, then you can select the criteria here. You can also specify what's the number of the shareholders. Let's say if you are only looking the companies who has one shareholder, then you can select the one here. Then if you do not have any specific criteria, you can just skip this part. So this is the ownership, same for the subsidiaries. Then the next one will be the financial data. So for financial data, we actually have quite a few of the selections. For example, you can select the variables. If it's a total asset, the operating revenue, the net income, etc. Then the currency, we have select our IDR as our default. So we can just skip this one. Then the periods, if you are looking at last 3 years, then you can select this one. Or if you are looking at absolute year, let's say you are looking at from 2019 to 2021, then you can select by this way as well. In my case, maybe I will just select last 3 years. And also you can select if it's at least one of the select years or all select years. Okay, then you can select the minimum threshold, the maximum threshold, or the top how many companies, or the upper quotile, the lower quotile, etc. So this is the key financials. Of course, we have the key ratios as well. So from here, you can see we have a few ratios to select from. So similarly, you can choose periods. and also the threshold here. So this is the key financials. We have the detailed financials, of course, is under either global format or global detail format. So for global format, we actually have about 55 line items in this global standard format. It is a format for every country or every company in our database. But for the global detail format, it's only for the listed companies. But in our case, OSIRIS will have both of these formats because OSIRIS are all the companies listed around the world. So if we look at the global format, industry companies, then you can select much more items, as you can see in the key financials just now. So you can select any of the variables here. Then you can select the years, the threshold, like we did just now. So this is global standard format. Then in the global detail format, the variables are a bit different, as you can see here. If you would like to have all the list of the format, then the same, go back to the user guide and search the keyword here. So as you can see, this is a global standard format. We have shown you all the formulas here. So if you are not sure about how we come up with financials, the format are all here for your reference. Same for the detail format. So you can see the item name actually are a bit different, and so is a formula. So you can search the details, how we use these different formulas to come up with our financial report. Okay, so this is our financial search, but of course, if the company are using different template, like if it's a bank, if it's an insurance company, then you can search by these different templates. Sorry, could you please mute yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. We will maybe try to give me the host. Boleh nggak kasih host? Ya, jadi nanti saya bisa bantu mute. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the key ratios, we also, I think this one already introduced just now with the key financials, yes. And then the spreadsheet and the cash flow are only inside the companies that are listed. So in our case, we still can search this one. For example, if you are searched by the raw materials, the work in progress, then the years, the threshold, maybe in my case, I will choose the raw materials. And the last 3 years, at least one of the selected years are top 100. Let's see what the result will be. Good. So we actually come up with 78 companies fulfill all these criteria. Then the number of employees here, you can also search by the numbers. So the minimum number, the maximum number, also the quartile. Then the ratios, we actually have more ratios here. As you can see, we have ROE, ROA, EB, EBITDA or profit margin, etc. Then these are the profitability ratio. For operational ratios, we also have the net assets turnover, etc. Then the structure ratios, followed by the per employee ratios. So you can play around with these templates and the search criteria. Then the next one, the one you have will be this one, the accounts type and availability. So for the types of accounts, the first is the consolidation code. This one also you can search in the user guide. So from here, you can see the C1 meaning the consolidation statement with no unconsolidated companion. So to explain it in a more easily to understand, the C1 mean the number here meaning how many reports we have for this company in OSIRIS. So if it's 2, meaning we have 2 reports, and the C and U meaning the one you are looking at is consolidated or unconsolidated. So if you are looking at U2, meaning we have 2 reports for this company, and the one you are looking at is unconsolidated. And if you see U2, meaning you can see another one for this same company under C2. So later I will also show you where you can find this consolidation code. But if you find this one a bit confusion, you can also come here to the user guide to have a detailed look. Yes, the accounting practice. Also, you can select if it's according to the IFRS or the local GAAP. Then the template, if it's industry or bank or insurance companies. Then availability of accounts, you can define the latest year. So if you are looking for companies, any of the these years, or the months of the last accounts. So if the company's closing date is March 2022, then you can also select March here. Or if the company has any interim financials and it's actually released the September one, then you can also select here. Then this one, don't be confused with the latest year of accounts. The years with available accounts defines how many years this company must have. So if you select these 4 years, then the company must have 2023, 2022, 2020, 2019 to show in the results. Okay, so this one is more specific. And then if I'm only looking for companies with any 3 years, then you can select here as well. Then this one, what's the original currency of the company account? Then, so the companies, some companies, they maybe publish the preliminary accounts first, and then after a few months, they publish the full data. So if you are only looking for companies with preliminary data, then you can select this one. But in most of the cases, we will see refer to the full financials. Then if the company has any quarterly data or additional accounts or unusual accounting period, you can also specify here. Okay, then the next one, I think these are more or less the criteria you will select in your search. And then from this search criteria, you can see actually if you select the top 100 or upper quartile, the Boolean search will by right use the number from this it will by right use this Boolean search. But of course, if you unselect the number 8, it will also show you the results here. So in our case, if you would like to search save the search strategy, you can do so by click here, the save. So save the search strategy. Remember this one, the left one meaning save to your local drive. The right one meaning save to this OSIRIS platform. So let's save this one. Let's say 24 October. And I collect. If you would like to retrieve, then you can go to the saved search and collect this one. Launch this search we just did. So in this case, next time when you revisit OSIRIS, you can go back to the search you have saved and do not have to do from scratch. Okay, then this is search strategy, and let's view the results to see what's the details look like. So from here, you can see, you can, or maybe hide this one. So we have show you in the list format of all the companies we have selected just now. So this one you can see by default is showing the country, the code, operating revenues, etc. But of course, you can modify the column view either by click add here or click the columns here. So maybe in my case, I would like to view more financials and also include the trade descriptions. Then I can do so by modify the format. Still loading. Okay, so on the right side, these are my selections and will reflect in the list format just now. So I will unselect those I'm not interested. And then I will include more financials here. I want to know the total assets. Then from here, it will ask you what are the years you are looking for, what are the currencies, and the unit and the exchange rate. So because we have already set our default currency as IDR, it will select IDR. But if you are looking for the original currencies, you can also unselect this one and click the original currency. So let's say I'm only looking for the last available year. Then the total asset has been added. Then same for the net income. Then I will include profit margin here, the last available year. Then the solvency ratio. Okay, then I can click OK. Or if you want, you can also save this list format. So you can see my list one has just been added. And next time when you do a new search, you can also come here and select my list one. Then the list will be reflected in your ideal way to save your future work. Then you can see all the variables we have selected just now has been shown here. Then here you can also save the company IDs. So something different here to the search strategy is the one we are saving now are the specific companies. So it will save 78 companies we have selected this time around, but the search strategy is just the criteria. So let's say if next month when you go back to OSIRIS and select the same search strategy, the result could be different because our database is updating on a weekly basis. So in this case, the search strategy may give you different results, but if you save the company IDs here, it will always show you the same batch of the companies. Then let's go into any of the companies to view the details. So for example, this one is a Malaysian company located here. And then this is the BVD ID number. So if you are searching for this company, you can either key in the name or the BVD ID number. This one will actually be more specific and accurate. Then you can expand this one to view the details of the address. The legal and the account information are here. We have shown you the status, the legal form, the template, and all the basic informations. Then for this one, you can see it's actually showing the latest account is 2023 in June 30. Then we have 28 years of these companies in OSIRIS. Then the size of the main activities, you can also show here. Then this company is very independent with 6 or more shareholders, but none of them holding more than 25%. Then the industry and activities, you can see we actually show you all the basic industry classifications, meaning the USSIC, the NAICS, and then the NACE. So any of the numbers, as long as you have it, you can convert to other 2 industry classifications. Then this is the basic business description and history information. Then for the segment data, it's according to the business lines. So you can actually view in each of the financial year, what are the details of different business lines, like sales, the profit, the assets, etc., as long as the information is available. And then we also have, according to the geographic segments. So for this particular company, in different regions, what are the sales, the profits, assets, etc. So this one may be helpful in terms of the research and analysis when you would like to gather some information that is hard to search online. Then the next one will be the key financials in the employees. So from here, you can see the one I mentioned just now, right? The consolidated code, but with a C, is the consolidation with the corrected financials. So the account header will be the correct keyword. So from here, the consolidation code is the one we are looking at just now. Then the next line will be the financial year. So we can see this company, the financial year end is December 31st. And then the next line will be the currency. So it's in 1,000 Malaysian currency. So you can see all the details are in help guide. Then the next line will be how many months we gather these financials. So by default, it should be 12 months. But for some companies, if they disclose the interim financials, it could be 3 months or 6 months. Then the next line will be the audit status. So for this company, it's unqualified, which is the best one because it's showing has been accepted without any remark. And the next one will be the financial, the template. So it's the IFRS, but the NFC meaning not fully compliant. So you can see the accounting standard here. We actually have a few selections. Then the last line will be where the financials are sourced. So for this particular year, it's sourced by the annual report. Okay, so this is the account header. And then for this company, we can see these are the key financials. Then the next section will be the key ratios. And for ratios, you can actually collect each of the ratios to view the details. So for this one, return on shareholders' funds. If you click on this number, you can see how we calculated these specific ones. And this one is the evolution of a key variable. It will show you the graph of visualization of these specific variables. Then the next one will be the global standard format. So for this one, you can see we have from balance sheet to the profit, the income statement, and then the memo lines. So if you move your mouse and the number can be clicked, then you can view the details. If not, then meaning we do not have the details for this specific number. Then if you would like to expand all these details, you can click here, fold or unfold all line items. So you do not have to click one by one to view the details. So this is the global standard format. The next one will be the global ratios, similarly to what we have seen just now. And in this view, actually, you can also specify what are the columns you are looking at. So in our case, we are looking at all the 30 years as long as the financials are available. But of course, you can select other years. So the first step would be unselect all the years. Then I would like to see the values in original currency. Then the units, you can also choose from here. Then what are the years you are looking at? Then for my case, I'm only looking at the latest 4 years. So in this way, you can actually see we have modified our columns to view only the latest 4 years in the original currency. So this is where you can modify the columns to change the currency, the years, etc. Then the next section will be the director, manager, and contact information. So you can see this person. You can click to view the details of this person. What's the birth date? What's the citizenship? And what are the companies this person is holding positions? And same for the managers and the contacts. The next section will be the controlling shareholder. So in our case, this entity is the global ultimate owner of the corporate group. If not, then it will show you the details of the controlling shareholder information. Then the next section will be the subsidiaries information. So in our case, you can see for this, the number 1 subsidiary, the company actually owns 100% of the ownership in this particular company. And here shows when our information has been updated, what's the operating revenue of this specific company. And also we are showing you the trend of the variations, if it's an increase or decrease comparing to the previous information. Okay, so this is a standard report format for any of the companies. And on the right side, you can actually view the more detailed ones. So these are the same as the one I showed you just now. But let's say if in the financial data, you are looking for detailed format instead of the standard format I showed, then you can click here and it will show you all the detailed format for this particular company. Then, because it's a listed company, you also have the spreadsheet and raw data. So this is spreadsheet, and this is the raw data. And also we have the cash flow statement here. So all the formulas, you can be looking at these details in the user guide. And of course, the WVB format, if this is useful also. So there are multiple templates you can choose from to suit your analysis. So these are the detailed. You can see one by one to view the detailed instead of the one we shown just now in the default format. And then you can export here. So in our case, you can export the current companies either in Excel, in Word, in PDF, or you can go back to the list format and export the companies here. So it will export the list of the companies in Excel or the other formats. Okay, then in our case, if you would like to do further analysis, you can select according the options here. So for example, if you are doing segmentation analysis, select by the industry and the country. So you can just select here. So it's a predefined formula we already input in OSIRIS to help you facilitate the calculation. So in our case, for all the 78 companies we selected, these are the locations, and these are the company industry. And next one is the bar chart showing you what are the industries and what are the locations. And here the pie chart showing you the industries, what are the classifications. But of course, you can search one by one. Say in Indonesia, what are these different industries? So this is segmentation. You can also search by the industry and turnover or the operating revenue. So this is the details, similar to the one we seen just now. And the next one will be the peer analysis. So from here, you can actually see for this 78 companies, what is the median, the standard deviation, the average for these different variables, because we have selected a few just now, so it's showing here. Okay, so this is the peer analysis, and you can have a look later on. And then the aggregations. So this is the aggregation analysis. So it by default, it's the last 5 years. It's 5 years, and then it will show you the trend here. And of course, you can select the different variables to see how this batch is doing. Okay, so this is the aggregation analysis. And of course, you can also do the statistical distribution, the concentration analysis, the linear regression, etc. So this is some built-in analysis you can do. But of course, you can also define your new own tables to do the analysis. So the last part I would like to show you is a help button. So this is actually very useful button here. Besides the user guide I showed you just now, you can also click to view the coverage. So for this particular batch, what are the coverage? Let's see the breakdown of the companies, operating revenue versus region. So let's see out of these total number of companies, what are the operating revenues and what are the numbers in each region of the world. Then versus listing status. So if it's delisted or unlisted or publicly listed. So this coverage, you can always refer back to view how our database has been updated. Then for the ownership guide, you can also come here because just now we have seen there are direct ownership, total ownership. So what's the definition for each of these names? You can also see in here. And if it's ultimate owner, what's our identifications, the beneficial owners, etc. Then if you forgot how to do the navigations, you can also come to this quick tour. There are a few videos you can look for, how to do the search, the list search, the report view, the analysis, etc. Then the About OSIRIS is the update information for this last release. So for this release, we actually updated last week. So this is update number. Okay, then this one, I would say, if you have any questions, you can just directly write to our help desk. So it's here. This is our help desk email. So if you have any questions, you can just write to this email and CC me so that if I have seen your questions and I'm able to help, I will reply you directly. If not, our help desk will always be here to help you with any of the queries. Okay, so this is basically how you're going to use OSIRIS and how you navigate it to facilitate your analysis. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to raise and I will help you to answer.
Oke, selamat pagi dari tim Bu Helena. Karena ini baru pertama kali ya kita training ya. Jadi alangkah lebih baik kalau nanti Bapak Ibu peneliti di sini coba dulu login, coba dulu play around with the search strategy. Terus nanti kalau ada pertanyaan pastinya feel free untuk reach out ke tim kita. Ya. Jadi saya lihat dulu ada message dari Jadi tidak ada untuk sekarang dari chatbox. Dari peserta ada yang mau ditanyakan atau monggo silakan di unmute. Oke, kalau tidak ada berarti kita akan mengakhiri training sesi OSIRIS untuk pagi ini. Terima kasih teman-teman peneliti-peneliti yang masih stay ya sampai sekarang atas waktunya dicoba. Login username sudah diberikan di chat box ya. Username-nya Osiris Poltek Batam 1, password-nya @osiris 2023. Login link-nya juga sudah diberikan. Monggo dicoba dulu semuanya. Dan kalau ada yang mau ditanyakan, silakan di email ke help@bvginfo.com ya. Ini support tim kita. Nanti sisi saya dengan Bu Helena, monggo silakan. Kita akan bantu kalau ada yang tidak jelas. Ya. Kalau tidak ada lagi dari pihak tim Moody's, mengucapkan terima kasih atas waktunya dan mohon maaf atau kalau misalnya ada yang tidak berkenan, dan selamat beraktivitas dari tempat kita. Waktu dan kesempatan saya serahkan kepada tim iGroup, Wiwi ataupun Bu Mariani untuk menutup training sesi pagi ini. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu Marga. Thank you Helena for presentations, dan terima kasih Bu Marga juga atas waktu dan kesempatannya untuk sesi hari ini. Jadi kita sama-sama sudah diintroduksi, diberikan informasi singkat tentang apa itu OSIRIS. Jadi saya sedikit merangkum. Jadi OSIRIS ini sendiri adalah database yang komprehensif, berisi data keuangan, informasi keuangan, rating, estimasi pendapatan, data saham, data kepemilikan, terus berita-berita tentang perusahaan terbuka yang global, data bank, dan perusahaan asuransi di seluruh dunia. Cakupannya yang ada di OSIRIS ini ada dari seluruh dunia, kurang lebih 125 negara, dan memiliki informasi kurang lebih dari 37.000 perusahaan, di mana data OSIRIS ini juga memungkinkan mencari berdasarkan segala bentuk kombinasi, termasuk lokasi geografis, kepemilikan, kode industri, deskripsi aktivitas, jumlah karyawan, laporan, rasio, rating pada perusahaan, dan sebagainya, yang diharapkan data-database yang ada di OSIRIS ini dapat membantu riset para peneliti, tim peneliti yang ada di Politeknik Negeri Batam, di mana pada hasil akhirnya bisa mencetak atau menghasilkan paper-paper karya-karya ilmiah yang berkualitas seperti itu. Baik, jika memiliki pertanyaan ke depannya, bisa tadi menghubungi di BFVD@help, dan juga boleh menghubungi ke tim Perpustakaan, nanti juga akan disambungkan kepada tim kami. Baik, seperti itu. Ibu Mariani, mungkin ada yang ingin disampaikan?
Nggak cukup. Jadi terima kasih juga. Mungkin nanti kalau ada pertanyaan bisa langsung ke Perpustakaan. Nanti semua pertanyaan mungkin saya bisa arahkan langsung ke Mbak Wiwi atau ke Bu Margareta.
Baik, jika kedepannya, jika dirasa training hari ini belum maksimal, mungkin kami bersedia kembali melakukan training kembali untuk lebih maksimal, ya Bu Mbak? Ya Bu Marga ya.
Ya, dan kita bisa ke sana langsung Bu Mariani. Jadi jadi tidak perlu khawatir karena Singapura Batam cuma ferry ya. Ya, jadi kita
boleh.
bisa. Iya,
Kalau
kita
untuk
boleh.
offline mungkin nanti bisa kali ya. Kalau misalnya ada agenda untuk offline, mungkin nanti akan saya coba agendakan untuk offline.
Siap. Saya bisa turun untuk agenda offline. Kalau misalnya dari tim iGroup dengan Bu Helena waktunya tidak memungkinkan, saya juga bisa turun sendiri untuk memberikan training.
Oke, Bu.
Baik.
Ya, jadi kita bisa arrange bulan November atau bulan Desember awal. Ya, jadi karena kan kalau sekarang ini kan semuanya masih baru ya, belum pernah login, jadi mungkin nggak ada pertanyaan. Tapi nanti kalau teman-teman di sini udah login, Bapak Ibu udah coba, kemudian saya rasanya sih lebih bagus kalau kita langsung ketemuan. Jadi ada pertanyaan atau gimana bisa langsung ditanyakan karena sudah memakai sistem ini selama 2-3 minggu atau sampai sudah 1 bulanan. Jadi monggo Bu Mariani di koordinasi internally kira-kira kapan perlu dari tim Moody's turun, nanti kita akan schedulekan internally.
Saya akan coba saya koordinasikan dulu ya dengan jurusan manajemen bisnis.
Siap kalau begitu.
Baik. Untuk sesi rekaman nanti akan dikirimkan ke linknya ke email ya Bu Mariani. Baik.
Akan kami share juga dengan materi yang tadi ya, yang PPT-nya
Iya,
itu.
tadi saya sudah share. Ya, baik. Baik, sekali lagi kami dari tim Moody Analytics dan saya dari iGroup Asia Pasifik mengucapkan terima kasih atas kesempatan dan waktunya kepada Politeknik Negeri Batam, kepada Ibu Mariani, dan kepada seluruh tim yang telah hadir. Kami sekali lagi ucapkan terima kasih. Kami undur diri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kegiatan ini kami tutup. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih semuanya.
Thank you Helena for your time.
Terima kasih. Thank you everyone.
Mohon izin ya, mohon pamit. Terima kasih.